joins me in the 5 o'clock hour at 5 p.m. after the news update as we discuss the River State governorship debate coming up this weekend, this Sunday, I do believe. We'll discuss details of the River State governorship debates between 5 and 5:30 p.m. At 5:30, we've got the headlines. After that, I'll be joined. Well, Victor Fingesi wants the River State top job. He wants the number one top job in River State. I'm talking Victor Fingesi, governorship candidate, Action Democratic Party here in River State. I saw an article published a couple of months ago saying that he plans to rebuild River State. How exactly does he intend to do that? Why does he merit the number one job in River State? He'll be in the studio with me from 5:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. To explain why he believes he's the man for the job. At 6, we've got the major news coming up. A review of all these matters comes up after that during the open season segment till about 7 o'clock when the show wraps up. The sports gang are in for extra time. So that's it, a preview of today's show. Any changes you will find out as long as you stay tuned. But we'll keep things going now with today's side comments, random stories and random thoughts that caught my attention as I checked out the news earlier on today. So I asked earlier on how many days to go before the general elections, before February 25. Today's the 17th, so let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 4, oh, pardon me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 days till February 25. 8 days till February 25. That's it. So, let's see. What did I get here? 8 days to go. No joy, Dial. Okay. Michael says 7 days. It's actually 8 days. Good afternoon, Dial. 8 days to go. Ikechuku sent that in. Dial. 8 days for honorables and excellencies to show their ungroundedness. That's from Soki. Good afternoon, Dial. It's remaining 8 days to the general election. Died 8 days to go. That's from Unique Jesse. 8 days to go. 8 days to go before the elections. Once again, I hope you're excited. I hope you're pumped up. I hope you're looking forward to it. And I hope you go to vote wisely as well. And would not sell your vote for anything. Nothing can buy it. Your vote is priceless. So let's get on with today's side comments. Once again, random stories and random thoughts that caught my attention as I checked out the news. Now, yesterday, you might remember. I think my rant was yesterday or 2 days ago or thereabouts. I was talking about, how, yes, with the whole Naira redesign, the scarcity of the new Naira notes, even the old Naira notes are scarce right now. There's a situation with petrol. The price right now is outrageous, way above the official pump price. It seems nobody knows what's going on or what to do about it. Even the President 14-man steering committee has not been able to resolve it since it was inaugurated. And should you feel frustrated? Yeah, you could. Do you feel angry? Yeah, you might. But disturbing the peace, destroying lives and property may not be it's not the way to go to addressing this. I know I talked about that, and there have been reports of protests in different parts of the country. And I think it was yesterday on the show when I said the best form of protest in this scenario is through the polls, through the ballot. Go on to the election day and express your protest, express your displeasure. If you do feel any displeasure, do that at the polling units. Sad story here. Naira redesign. 1 killed as hoodlums go berserk in Port Harcourt. 1 person is feared dead. Several others robbed and wounded as hoodlums took advantage of the prosperity and motorists Mile 3 due Port Harcourt, River State. A street violence started at the Koku Junction, Ikwere Road axis, Port Harcourt City local government area. It then spread to the main gate of the River State University, where a body lay lifeless as the hoodlums robbed passers-by and residents. What does scarcity of petrol or high price of petrol and scarcity of Naira notes have to do with passers-by's personal belongings? Where is the connection? Is it the passers-by that are hoarding the Naira notes? Are the passers-by responsible? Are these innocent Nigerians, are they the ones responsible for the scarcity of petrol or the high cost of petrol? Are they the ones responsible for the redesign of the Naira? Are they? It's a terrible situation. Really. An eyewitness told the bank that at about 9 a.m., I was inside the house where my wife called me at Dikoku. Came out, some people running, scampering for safety. Armed boys were chasing people. I don't know who they are. Buses and all cars were running confused in all directions. I saw a burning fire at Dikoku roundabout near the new flyover. The boys were looting and mugging people. They were robbing people, collecting handsets and handbags, and claiming they were protesting because of this money issue. How does where is the sense in that? Where is the sense in that? What does scarcity of naira notes have to do? What is the connection between that and robbing people, collecting their handsets, handbags, mugging people, beating people up? Who knows? It's possible they were responsible for the lifeless body, for killing someone even. So don't get drawn into this criminality. Criminal-minded persons just looking for an opportunity to disrupt the peace and carry out their nefarious activities, and they're urging you on to embark on a protest. Let's go out, so that they can take over and then perpetuate their evil deeds. It's a terrible situation indeed. A terrible situation. If you're unhappy with what's going on, then get responsible governance by voting responsibly in the coming elections. That's what you should do. That's how you should express the displeasure. If you feel any displeasure. I think I have a commercial break. Do I have a commercial? Is this a commercial break?
Democracy is the freedom of speech. Freedom of speech. Nigeria Info opens the mic.
Okay. Moving on. No commercial break now. So as I was saying, don't be a part of this, And once again, can you feel angry? Do you have a right to? Yes. Do you have a right to express it? Yes. But there's so much going on right now. You have to be smart about this. You have to be calculated about this. Go to the polls, cast your votes, express your displeasure there. All right. Let's see. Anything else? Catch my attention. I'm sure there are a number of other issues that caught my attention on the news earlier on today. By the way, still taking your responses via WhatsApp with how many days to go before the elections. This one goes, good afternoon, Di. 8 days to go to the general election. Anxiously waiting for D-Day. That's from Hillary Feinkank. 8 days to cross hurdle. Mr. Beavers is smiling. Yeah, I imagine Beavers is smiling wherever Beavers is at the moment. So the days are here already. They're here already. Vote your conscience. Vote the person or persons you believe. And every one of these elections counts, whether it's presidential, whether it's National Assembly, governorship, state houses of assembly, they all count. They're all very important. Go out and vote, for crying out loud. And vote sensibly. If you want responsible government, that is the way to do it. I have a commercial break coming up. And more when I return. Do please stay with us.
The quality of life is not dependent on how sophisticated your gadget
p.m. Discussions are on. And still, with today's side comments, once again, I'm asking, what's the point? Why are you beating up other Nigerians? Those are just criminals. That's what they are. Why are you robbing other Nigerians? You say you are protesting scarcity of the naira, then you are robbing Nigerians. You are beating other Nigerians, dispossessing of their property, possibly even killed someone today around the Koko area, and you say you are protesting something. That's not a protest. That's just criminality. That's just what it is. It has nothing to do with the high price of petrol. It has nothing to do with the redesign of the naira or the naira note. It's just criminality and banditry. And I hope security agencies are getting intelligence reports on this, and I be responsible for this. Not conducting raids and going to people, innocent people. Not that. Not going to Ikoku or anywhere close, and then with one or two buses, and then just packing people into the buses, say they are going to profile them, and then we all know what profiling means, of course. No. And then also on the news earlier today, there was some related matter as well. Where is that? Yeah, something about angry bank customers attacking Rumokoro branch office of a bank in Port Harcourt. First scarcity of the new naira notes. Why are you doing that? What's the point? So if you attack the bank, you destroy the property, what's going to happen? The naira note will suddenly become available? There's no sense in that. Once again, are you angry? Maybe you are. Do you have a right to express your anger? Yes, you do. But you should express your anger in trying to find a solution to this problem. Destroying the bank, or destroying public property or private property is not going to make naira notes available. It's not going to do that. Think about your safety as well. So you do that, security operators come around, other people are screaming and shouting, somebody is shot, then you will call Nigeria Info. You call Nigeria Info and say, hey, they have done it, or they are shooting us, they are killing us, they are killing us, police is killing us. Nigeria Info, you people should help us and tell them. You people should help us and tell them. Help us and tell them what? Help you and tell them what? Why are you going to destroy public property or private property? Because while you're doing that, you say you are protesting. Some people there are trying to figure out how they can break into the bank vaults. While you're there saying, give us new naira notes. Always saying, give us new naira notes. There are some individuals, what they're saying is how to jump over the counter to the other side. They want you shouting, give us new naira notes, so that they can then break one window. See how people react when the shout is. When the volume of the noise is high enough, they want to jump over the counter. If possible, break into the vault. The thing you're talking about, and then the police comes, and then there's chaos, and one thing leads to another. Two people get shot. Maybe you get shot. Hopefully, you don't die. And then you say, Nigerian for people should help us and tell them they are killing us. They are killing us. Stay safe out there, okay? I'm not saying you can't be angry. You have a right to be angry if you choose to be angry, or if you are indeed angry about something. But be sensible about this. Sensible about it. Don't be a tool in the hands of criminals. Don't be an instrument in the hand of criminals who just simply want to use you in orchestrating some crime. I got a message here, someone saying, good day, I used reverse to escape the angry mob. They were throwing stones and bottles at my car like I redesigned the naira, gotten and went down. Any bank or any of their ATMs, they will surely pay, because when you start receiving a lot of maintenance fee, insurance will pay for it. But if you destroy a property, for example, the owner of that property is going to suffer for it. Because the bank's insurance may not cover the property, because the bank very likely does not own the property. And this Nigerian who owns that property did not redesign the naira. The person is not in the oil and gas industry, does not own a depot, or a gas or a filling station for that matter. Person does not sell petrol to you. To be sensible. Give us new naira notes. Give us new naira notes. On election day, you will sit down in your house. Nigerian folk, you people should tell us what's happening in what 27 and a half. What 27 and a half? Unit 17. Oh, you people should tell us what's happening there. You people should tell us. You people should do investigative journalism and tell us what's happening there. Be wise. Go out and vote on election day. Otherwise, you keep calling Nigeria for again for the next 4 years. You people saying the same. You people should help us. Tell them yourself now. That thing that you want you people to help us and tell them. Tell them at the polling unit. If the polls are there, elections are there. Go and tell them yourself. Enough with the you people. You people should help us. You people should help us and tell them. Tell them yourself also. All right, I think I've enough with the side comments today. Really. Enough with the side comments today. I have to go for a break. I have every rant I suppose is important, but there's something I'd like to say today on today's rant. Stay tuned. I'll be back in a moment. Say this. Let me start on this note. This is the last that you will hear of me, not finally or conclusively, I suppose, but for a couple of weeks, because after today's show, I will be off air for a couple of weeks. All right, I'll be away from work for a couple of weeks. So from now till February, from after today, till February 25, I will not be on air again. Once again for a couple of weeks, just a couple of weeks, and then I'll return. So this is the last conversation we're going to have before the general elections are here, before February 25. I should be back before March 11. I should be back before then, but the presidential and National Assembly elections would have taken place before I return. So it's important we have this conversation. The elections are here. We've talked about it for over a year now. We've been talking about it for over a year now. And finally, they are here. The much awaited 2023 general elections, it's here now. It's here. It's here. Finally. What are you going to do this time around? What are you going to do this time around? Are you going to do things the same way you've always done them? And then you call Nigerian fool, you people should help us, and tell them. And all the radio stations screaming, you people should help us and tell them. Or are you going to do things different this time around? Are you going to keep voting for structure and on grandness that has left you without any ground beneath your feet? Are you going to vote for structure that has put no roof or decent roof at all over your head? Are you going to vote for systems that impoverishes you? And then before elections, you start getting all kinds of empowerment. You'll be receiving rice and oil. Rice that when you're done eating it leaves you even more hungry or hungrier before you got the rice. Because you know that after this rice, there's nothing else again. Nothing. To borrow a friend's expression, nothing come out for another 4 years or so. Until the next election period again, you eat rice again. You like that rice that comes. It's like there's something about that rice that comes every 4 years. I don't know. Does it taste different from other rice that you eat in between elections? Is it like party jollof rice? That tastes different. That's special. Don't go there. It's different. It's special. Or Christmas rice. That one's kind of different as well. It's kind of special. So does election rice have a particular taste, or campaign rice, or empowerment rice? Does it have a particular taste that just makes you lose your mind over rice? Or is it the t-shirts and the face caps that just makes you lose your head because you've never worn t-shirts before? Are you going to be smart and wise this time around? Or are you going to be a political illiterate? One of my all-time favorite quotes, Bertolt Brecht, and it goes, the worst illiterate is the political illiterate. It's the worst kind of illiteracy in the world. It's not the person who never went to school. No. It's not the person who doesn't know how to read and write. No. By the way, you might be a professor of physics, but you could still qualify as the worst illiterate, because the worst illiterate is the political illiterate. He doesn't hear, doesn't speak, nor participates in the political events. He doesn't know the cost of life, the price of the bean, of the fish, of the flour, of the rent, of the shoes, and of the medicine. All depends on political decisions. The price of everything, for crying out loud, including bread. Everything depends on political decisions. Back to the quote. The political illiterate is so stupid that he is proud and swells his chest saying that he hates politics. The imbecile doesn't know that from his political ignorance is born the prostitutes, the abandoned child, and the worst thieves of all, the bad politician. Honorables and Excellencies, corrupted and flunky of the national and multinational companies. Elections, just about 8 days to go. Let's start having different conversations, You push your help us and tell them it's way too. It kind of sounds like we'll give you road lights and water as well. In fact, you push your help us and tell them is the equivalent of we will give you road lights and water. You become no different from the people who are oppressing you. It's almost like you've even fallen in love with your oppressors. Do it different this time around. Vote sensibly. Vote wisely. Your votes count. If they don't count, they will not come to give you rice. If the votes did not count, they will not give you t-shirts and face caps. This is elementary logic, for crying out loud. If the votes did not count, they won't carry your naked babies. They won't share money for you on election if the votes did not count. It's because they count, and they know this. They know it counts. They know. Sadly, for some reason, you don't know. Your village people must be very powerful. Really. So that's it. That's all I've got. Nothing. No innuendos. Nothing fascinating. No complexities. Nothing. No interesting narrative today. Just simple and plain. Simple. Like I said, this is the last conversation we'll probably have. Today's show is the last conversation we'll have on the elections, as I'll be away for a couple of weeks. I hope we all make the right choice, whatever those choices might be. And that's it. That's my rant today. Thanks for listening. I sincerely hope it didn't bore you. Let's get your take of mine. Call 070-0923-0923. That's 070-0923-0923. We're live on facebook.com /Nigeria Info PH. That's facebook.com /Nigeria Info PH. Also via Twitter at Nigeria Info PH. That once again via Twitter at Nigeria Info PH. Hello, Hard Factor, welcome. Please go on.
Hello, good afternoon, Dayo.
All right, go ahead.
My name is Muriel from Kreda. You see, Dayo, you're very correct. The elections are very close. And I'm so worried, Dayo, because of the pockets of protest going on all around the nation in different states, even in Port Harcourt today. I don't know how, and the elections are so close, and youth that makes up large percentage of the electorate are protesting.
No, hold on. So, the youths that are youths that are sensible are not the ones going out to break banks and loot and steal from. Those are just criminals. Don't call them our youths. No, those are just criminal elements. That's what they are, and they are not in the major. And they are not in the majority. By the way, they are not.
Yeah, they are, and it's creating scare. It's creating scare in the hearts of those illiterate ones, the sensible ones. Trust me, we the sensible ones, we don't have weapons, and there's no way we can come out when these ones are going around flaunting their guns. Trust me, politicians will make use of them. And why are these people fighting the fights of politicians? This Naira fight is for politicians. Politicians have manipulated them so much that they are coming out protesting for them, fighting their fight, and creating scare all over the place.
Fight your fight also. Go to the polling unit and fight your own fight as well. Cast your votes.
Absolutely, Dayo. We will. Exactly. But if this thing continues, trust me, to create scare, to create voter apathy. And it needs to be handled.
Yeah, I do get that, but they're not that widespread, and that's true. And by the way, I'm not saying you should put yourself in danger. If you're going out on election day to vote, maybe on your way there, your polling unit, you see something is going wrong, you can leave the place, But these are not widespread incidents. It's not like every street is burned. This might also be calculated and devised by some persons to cause voter apathy as well. They're not widespread incidents. It's not like you have cars burning or bonfires on every street. No, that's not the case at all. Hello, Hard Factor, welcome. Once again, 070-093-093. So I was saying, they're just a handful criminal elements. Of course, our security agencies need to step up their game, no doubt about that. But these are just a handful of criminal elements trying to foment trouble. That's all. Hello, you're welcome.
Hello, good evening.
All right, go ahead.
MC Gospel, calling from Owerri. Please, can I get the name of the person behind that quote that you just made, political illiterate?
Bertolt Brecht, spells Bertolt Brecht.
Pronounce it again.
Bertolt Brecht.
Okay.
Bertolt Brecht. Or just Google the political illiterate. If the name is problematic, and I suppose it could be, just Google the term political illiterate. It will come up. Hello, you're welcome.
Dayo.
Yeah, go ahead.
My name is Austin. Each time I listen to you, I just say, this man, you are a fella of this generation. Seriously, you are really a fella. No doubt. If you look at how this atmosphere of this election, that is the way it's going, you realize that Nigerians have really stepped up. You understand? I give kudos. One of the things that I know Buhari have done that I really give kudos to is this thing. Right now, I really know that I have a president. Yes, I felt it. I'm a human, okay? I spend money also too. But the other way around, I reason it. I say, really? I sat down with some of my friends. 2 days ago, we talked about it. You will say, yes, it's real. Because every blessed year, every time election comes up like this, these people that are in Abuja, they are all spreading everywhere now with their SUVs. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
They share right, share whatsoever. They deceive our villagers, deceive our youth. That they need to will never come back to them to ask them, okay, what have you done? And I see again, I keep asking is that why is it that each time we elect governors up to Senate and President and all that, we can't hold them accountable till 4 years is over. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I keep asking. We can't even hold them, asking them, okay, like in US, every 2 or 3 years or so, they go back to their constituencies. They take those things that they've promised them, they align them to them. Say, okay, this is what I want we've done. And this is what you are going to do before election comes up again. Let us impact that attitude also here. Thank you.
You're welcome also. Still some more time to go before the news comes up, before 4 p.m. Thoughts are still very much welcome. 91.3, hi. Go ahead, please.
Hello, good afternoon.
Go ahead.
I'm Christian from Port Harcourt.
Go ahead.
You are talking about election. We should come out and cast our vote, which is a very good thing. Let me tell you what happened today where I live. I'm a businessman in my shop. You need to see all the shop is closed down because of what they are doing on the street, shooting guns, chasing people up and down. Are we because of this problem with the business people? They're simply because you refuse to collect the old money from them. They are now forcing you to collect it. And what will happen? Everybody is scared. We have to run away from our shops and close our. So to come and cast our vote is a good thing, but we dare give us the chance to come. Because you wouldn't want to go and kill yourself because you want to cast your vote. That's it.
And I do get, and that's a valid concern, by the way. It is a valid concern, especially if you do not see security agents acting immediately to quell it. It's a valid concern. But once again, we didn't have all of River State, all of Port Harcourt burning today. I'm not saying that one incident is not significant. It is significant. But you don't have it happening everywhere. That's what I'm saying. Don't let anything stop you from going out. Okay, some people are assuming this is some conspiracy to scare you. So that means people are fighting to accomplish something. This is your life we're talking about also. This is your future we're talking about also. Fight for your life and for your future as well. And like I said, don't put yourself in danger. Don't put your life in danger. For example, if you come out on election day and something is happening on your street, you can see trouble is fermenting. Go back home. If you get to your polling unit and some thugs or hoodlums are trying to cause problem, leave the place, go back home. But the fact of the matter is, even if that's going to happen, even if it does happen, how many polling units in all of River State would that happen? How many polling units throughout the entire country would that happen? The individuals causing this problem are a handful. They are an insignificant number compared to the entire population. And that's a fact, really. They are merely a handful. Less than a handful, actually. Hello, you're welcome.
Hello. Is this Nigeria Info?
You're live on radio. Turn off your radio set, please.
Is this Nigeria Info?
Go ahead. You dialed the number. Go ahead.
Oh. In this election, I will come out to vote. But the one thing is sharing me is when we vote finish, tomorrow, then we still continue to suffer the poor ones. Then again, waiting Idris back in the day within a Batanja. Now we're in the half of.
Then don't vote, and you will continue to suffer. Then.
Hmm?
I said, don't vote, and you will continue to suffer.
When we vote, after everything, when they want to change here, then problem will be in Nigeria. What is the need? It's better when we vote, we only give everything to God, because without God we are doing nothing. Because whatever thing I do, I will vote my vote.
That's your responsibility that you have. Go and vote. I've got a commercial break coming up now. We'll return shortly. Please stay with us.
With story.
Info here in Port Harcourt. I'm Dio. We got let's see now. Got about 3 minutes to go before 4 p.m. to give you responses to my rant today. And as I mentioned earlier on, after today's show, you know, you won't hear from me for a while again. I'll be off work for a couple of weeks. This is the last conversation we're having before the elections. Go on, vote. Play your role. Do your part. I love the analogy that some respondents sent on the show on Hard Facts maybe about a week or two ago. You know, having a conversation similar to this, and folks were saying this, you know, giving all kinds of excuses as to why they might not vote. And the person sent a message and saying, I mean, would you not get an education because National Bureau of Statistics says that unemployment rates or figures are high? So, and I'd like to juxtapose that. So you're a parent. So the NBS report is that we have about 33% unemployment rates now, or even higher, possibly the highest the country has seen in a very long time, or forever. So you will not afford your children an education because unemployment rates are high. That's exactly what you're saying. If you say, oh, because they've done this, they've done that, we both count, and then you start disturbing us with you push us and tell them again. You push us and tell them. Aren't you tired of somebody else helping you and tell them? Can't you tell them yourself? Go out and vote. Otherwise, they say a word is enough for the wise. Another 4 years, you're looking for 100 naira to recharge the phone to call. Say you people should help us and tell them. People should help us and tell them. All right, just about 4 p.m., a break for the business news. Honorable Chisholm Dike joins me after that. He would like to go back to the House of Representatives. The question is why? Well, he'll be here to explain why he's qualified to represent his constituents once again. Just stay with us.